Hey, everybody. This is my very first video on YouTube, and I guess it'll make a little bit of sense to do an introduction. I am based in Charleston, South Carolina. I have been braiding officially as a full-time career for about a year. Next month in December will be a year. But I've been braiding and doing hair technically all my life. I was formerly licensed as a full cosmetologist, but I kind of gave that up to pursue my career in teaching. I taught fourth and fifth grade for 5 years in public schools here in Charleston, South Carolina, and then kind of decided that I was done and over that. So for the last 2 years, I've been braiding, and like I said, December of this year will be a full year of me doing this as a full-time job. And this has definitely been a whirlwind. It's been a new adventure that I'm enjoying because I'm meeting a whole bunch of interesting people that I really vibe with. And I'm doing something that really makes me happy. So, it's pretty cool. I work in a barber shop. As you can tell, my shop owner right there is getting ready for his next cut. I work around a lot of guys that are really chill. Customers, their clients are really chill. So it's a really great atmosphere for me and for them, of course, and for my clients as well. That was a big thing for me, making sure I found a space that was comfortable for everybody since I braid kids as well. So here you see me working on a new client. She has hair that is not super long, it's not dense, and it's not very thick. So this was fairly easy to braid. I think I finished her hair in about 6 hours, maybe. She got bra strap length, medium box braids, and I just randomly decided to turn the camera on to record what I was doing because I never really remembered to record, which is why it has taken me so long to get a video because I really don't ever record. I take a lot of pictures, but I don't really record videos of much of anything. So you see me kind of going in here. I am sorry if the camera quality is not showing exactly what I need to. I'm going to get a close-up video later. I was really trying to keep my head out of the way so that way you could see everything. And if I'm saying too much, excuse me. But here I am going through and installing her box braids. I am not a tight braider. I make sure that I do not tightly grip the hair because I don't want it to be excruciating. I want you to be able to move and sleep and do whatever you need to do the night after you get your braids. And a lot of my clients say that they are able to sleep well. They don't have to prop their head up or do anything when it comes to them sleeping at night. So that's always my goal. But you see me gripping my hair. I use the 3-strand method when it comes to braiding my or separating the braiding hair, and then I split the natural hair into two while I am braiding. That's the best method for me because it allows me to secure the hair, and I keep my hand in this placement until I get about a half an inch to an inch down off of the scalp, and that just ensures that the braiding hair doesn't slip or slide before I flip my hands over. If you ever see like the hair looks like it's coming, and I actually used to braid and the braiding hair would come down, not out, but like that little knot at the beginning, the hair would slide down as I was braiding, and it just took me a little while to learn that I have to keep my hands in that overhand position before I flip my hands over. And so you can kind of see if the camera moves back and forth, it's because I have my watch on so that way I could see what I'm doing as I'm braiding. without having to stop and look at the camera because I'm recording from my back facing camera. But shoot, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, so I keep my hands flipped over in that position, and then I just keep going so that way I could make sure that I'm keeping the braid as neat as I normally do. I should be moving the camera out so that way you can see what I'm doing, but I braid fairly quickly, or in my opinion I do, and I always make sure to braid all the way down to the end of the braid or the braiding hair so that way there's no unraveling when I dip, and I keep the hair uniform or keep the braid fairly uniform going all the way down. There we go. And at this point, it took me, I would say, I think that is the first or second row above the ear. So it took me maybe about an hour and a half, 2 to 3 tops to get to this point. I would say about maybe right at the 2 hour mark because it takes me an hour to do below the ear. And so that point, it probably took me about that long, about 2.5 hours to get there. So here I've gone further up on the head, and I'm at the point where I can show you a little bit better exactly how I braid. So I do use Shine and Jam. For box braids, I always use the orange yellow, whatever color, Shine and Jam. I only use the red Magic Finger Shine and Jam when I am doing feed-ins, or I have a client that has very coarse hair, but for hair that is pretty fine like hers, I can just use a regular Shine and Jam. And I always use it to clean up my lines and to control the natural hair as I'm braiding down. And so here, like I was saying, I split the braiding hair into 3 and the natural hair into 2. And I am a tucker. I always tuck the natural hair from the very beginning. And I do it in this way where I kind of rotate the braiding hair around as I am installing, and then flip the natural hair to the back. So that way you can make sure that your hair is fully protected from beginning to end. Braid down about a 1/2 inch to secure it, and then I flip my hand over so that way I can get in my rotation and braid down quickly. And over the years, I increased my speed because I actually have carpal tunnel, and I had to change my hand placement so that I can have very little wrist movement. And that allows me, I believe it allows me to braid a lot faster because I don't move my wrists as much as I used to. It's mostly in the fingers for me. And if you can kind of see, I only have at most 3 fingers on the braid at any given time, or 3 fingers on each hand on the braid at any given time, just so that way I'm not overexerting my fingers and my hands. And once I get down past the natural hair, and I don't have to tuck anymore, I can move a lot faster because I'm not having to look closely to make sure I secure everything in the braid.
Look at them braids. Man, she's braiding fast. As you can tell, she got the Vaseline on her hands. She used to be a cut man back in the day. Always got to keep that Vaseline on the hands. Look at that part. Nice, crispy. Greasing it up. Nice parts. Could tell she used to be a barber back in the day, too, from that bow that she made around her head. Pull that yaki out. Gotta make sure you got some movement on them things, too. Always gotta have movement on them things, so when she shake it, see them baby hairs laid. Ooh, get nice close to that ball. All right, here she go with the braid. Watch how she put it on. Get them thumbs out the way. Keep them thumbs out the way. 1, 2, 3. Here come that Vaseline. That grease. OG cut, man, back in the day. Moving, moving. There we go. OG cut. Gotta get that tip. And she's off to the races. Yeah, that's braid fairy right there. Nice parts. Crispy. Back it up so they can see. And here comes the speed. Got him. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the best hairstyle you could get when you got a full head. This will work. Y'all want another one as an example? Here we go. Got that part down right. Crispy. Make sure it's even. Flip that to the side. Look at that nice bowl shape. Man, it looks good. Nice even parts. Yeah, slick that hair right on out the way. It looks good. And here comes that yaki. Watch that thumb technique. Keep them out the way. Keep them out the way. Oh, she had a little bit of baby hair in there. Had to get that out.
Well, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, drink your water, oil your scalp, mind your business, and take care of your hair.